Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Toju and this is TM Creatives. TM Creative is a channel that is created to guide and tutor young aspiring designers and enthusiasts, anyone interested in design. So my goal, my mission here is to guide you through the creative verse. I call it the creative verse because when you're talking about creativity, when you're talking about design, you are looking at a lot of things. So I'm going to be covering four aspects of it. I'm going to be covering graphic design, motion design, UI UX design, and web design. So these four aspects we are going to be covering it, and I believe that these four things are things that are very demanding out there right now. And in the job market right now, as a designer, you have to stand out. You have to be unique. You have to offer just more than one aspect of creativity, you know. So now in this class also, I am going to be making sure that I put you through every aspect of design, because the foundation for every designer should be graphic design. I always mention this to people because you can't you can't say you're going to the farm like you can't say that you're going to the farm and you carry like a tractor or something big, and you're going to the farm. You don't even know how to use it, but you're going there and saying that, oh, because it's big you can use it. You have to start from something small, something small. And funny enough, graphic design is not something small, but I mean, when you hear graphic design, people just tend to like, nowadays people just tend to like limit their aspect to what the graphic design is all about, but it's more than that. So in this class, I am just going to be focusing on intro to graphic design. That's what I'm going to be calling this module. That is the name of this module, intro to graphic design. And we're going to have other modules as well, but I believe that everything should take like step by step. So under graphic design, we have a lot going on. We're going to be looking at things like principles of graphic design. We're going to be looking at typography. We're going to be looking at colors. Some people find it hard to select colors and make their design look very nice. We're going to be also be looking at other aspects like photo manipulation, branding, marketing design, presentation design, and we're going to be looking at illustrations. Like I said, illustration. We're going to be looking at a bit of animation. Not I won't call it motion, but it's a bit of animation, because we're going to be like creating flat character animations. I mean flat character animations, I will get there, and when we get to that side, you understand what I mean by flat character animations. But I would also like to introduce myself. My name is Mojitodu Samson. I am a senior designer, and I specialize in graphics, web, and UI UX design, and also motion to some extent. Yeah. So that is what I do, because I love it. I love what I do. I love the fact that I can speak to people without actually speaking to them. My design speaks. So when I'm given a task, when I'm given something to do, I enjoy it, I love it, and I want to make sure that people understand it, because the simplified definition about design is that design is the creation of things. Basically, design is the creation of things without saying a word. That's just it. You create something, someone looks at it, someone is able to understand what it means. That is everything you need to know about design. And in this class, we'll be using a tool called Affinity Designer. I know you've heard of things like Adobe Photoshop. You've heard of things like Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Suits. Which is not. I mean, we're not going to like we're not going to say that, oh, we won't be making use of that. At some point, we might need to fetch some things here and there from Photoshop, but we're going to be dealing with Affinity Designer and Figma. And I'll mention other softwares as we go on. But for this intro to graphic designer, we're going to be making use of Affinity Designer. Now, what is Affinity Designer? Just like as you have your Adobe Suits, there's also a company that came up with a design package called serif Affinity, basically. We call it serif Affinity. Inside this serif Affinity, we have things like Affinity Designer, Affinity Photo, Affinity Publisher, you know. And because of the fact that it's not so, I mean, they're not as big as Adobe, but you know, they also try to pull in their own weight in and contributed to the design community. And trust me, they've done quite a big job on that. You know, they've done a good job on that. And I'll be saying that in this first class, or in this first introduction, I just want to put you through how to set up your Affinity Designer, how to download it, and how to also
Apostle, we hear of this.
yeah, crack it. But yeah, you get. So that's what I'm going to be introducing you to. Cracking it in a way that, okay, that you can actually use it for free. You know, don't need to pay anything. So that's what I'm going to be putting you through in this class. And I want you to join me, because trust me, when you learn, when you finish this module, I can guarantee you that you are going to be a very good designer, a top-notch one. You're going to know all the tricks. You're going to know all the things that you need to know about graphic design. And this knowledge is going to take you far. It's going to take you far, and it's going to help you a lot. Because when we start diving into other modules, you're going to see what I mean. Other universities, basically. And I would like to use the word universe, because I think that's more cooler for me. So other universities of design. So that's just it. And I'll be switching to my screen so that you can join me in setting up, and we can see how this goes. So I'll be dropping the links and the instructions on how to do that in my description below, so you can check that out. And in case you want to like know the things I'll be using, and also you need to get the code for the crack, it will be there. I will drop it on the link below. So just stay tuned, follow me, sorry. Follow me, and let's get to work. So the very first thing we're going to do is set up and download and set up our Affinity Designer. In this case, I've done mine already. I have my Affinity Designer installed and ready to go, but I will want to make sure that I put you through on how to do that. So the very first thing we do is to go to Chrome or any browser of your choice. Right, so when we go to Chrome, we'll now go to, let me just so let me just call this for now. Alright. Let's use the color green. I don't know why I like green so much. That's just me. So then we go to get into pc.com. So this is the website I normally go to get any software I want. And the good thing about it is that all of them are pre-activated, or they come with their own way of accessing it without need to pay. So the thing we're going to search for is Affinity Designer, right? So for Affinity Designer now, there are several ones that have come out. So I also want to use this opportunity to announce that Affinity Designer released a new version, very sweet version. And to be honest, I'm just seeing it here now, because I was wondering, why don't Get Into PC have it yet? But it's something new, and this one has a whole new game changer, because trust me, they are coming up and they are doing well. So I am going to download this. I am actually going to download this because I need it also. So you can choose any one you want, but for the sake of this class, I will say we pick between 2020 to 2023. Something good about this software is that it can carry any system. I'm not saying you should go and use one olden or your own Ancient of Days laptop or something, but just use a very modern laptop, a Core i5, maybe 500 gig HDD, or those that use SSD, confirm. Like me, I use a gaming system and everything. So just use a very moderate laptop and it will work, because Affinity Designer is a software that works on, it's flexible, it works on any system, but when you start doing every task and you start
tasking your laptop and your hardware, just know that yeah, you might need to like get something, maybe get a higher system. But like I said, this is a good software for anyone starting. So now let's come here, right? Yeah, we scroll down. Let me expand my screen. So let's come down here. We scroll down, then we see download. Just come to download. Now every file on this every file on getintopc.com, they are all passworded, but the password is always available. So you just password is 123. So once we download our file, we should always make sure that we put in the password. So depending on how fast your browser is or your internet is, I will say it's about 429, about 429 worth of megabytes. So I think it's fair, because if you're to download Photoshop, right, you are taking up to like a 1 gig, 2 gig, because right now Photoshop is expanding 1 gig, 2 gig, but Affinity designers still make sure that they keep a reasonable amount of size. Probably is when you now like install and you start working on other things and updates start coming in. That's when the package will start increasing. But so far so good. Me that I've used it for like several years now, and I noticed that I have not downloaded any Affinity designer that is more than 600 to 800 MB. So that's a good thing about it. They try to make sure that they minimize as much space as possible while still maximizing the products of the software, the effort of the software, and what it's supposed to do. So that is it. So while we wait for that to all right. So now we are back, and seems mine has finished downloading. So I have my Affinity designer here. The Affinity designer I downloaded again was 2023. So I have to download this one because I guess this is a new version, as it was released 10 hours ago. As you can see, 10 hours ago. So this is a recent one. So like I said, for those who are who have a low-end network or something, just you can work between 2020 to 2023, or the least you can do is 2019. It's still fine, because we are still going to have the same kind of features, just that 2023 will carry some new elements and stuff like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is click on it, right? So open, right? So like I said, I told you that time that every software from this website have their own password. Their password is always 123. So make sure that you just put in 123, right? Just put in 123, then go to OK. So this will open, right? So come here, then just go to the installation straight. So here we have some instructions. So let's see what that's saying. Okay, install pre-done soft setup. So what this pre-done means that this particular software, this particular one has actually been pre-activated. So there's no need for us to crack it. But just for those who will be getting below 2023, I'm going to still leave the crack codes below in my description so you can get it. I'm still going to explain that. So for those who have below 2023, what you're going to do exactly is, let me see if I have any download from 2023. Okay, so you are in luck, because I actually have below 2023. Okay, let's install this first. So I actually have below 2023, but let me just install this. So I'm going to put it in my volume. Create a folder. Okay. Sorry. So while that is going on, I just want to show those. This is just for those who have below 2023, who downloaded Affinity Designer below 2023. So when you go to open, right, like I said, ask you for a password. So you go to OK. So in this one now, you will notice that you are seeing a crack and you are seeing a keygen. So before you can use this keygen, you need to disable your antivirus. But I don't want anyone, because not everyone might be able to um, know how to deactivate the antivirus, and I won't want anyone to put themselves at risk by doing that, because I don't know the kind of antivirus you have on your system. So I'll be dropping the crack code. But basically, when you open it, it will ask you for whether you want to do trial version, or you have a license key. You actually have to pick you have a license key. So you put it, you have a license key. It will ask you for an email and an activation key, which is what I'll provide in my description below. So please just go to my description below and use that. Then from there you should be able to have access into the software itself. So as we're going on, okay, so we have these updates. Okay, I don't know what this means, but let's see. So actually I have two things going on. Now, one thing about Affinity is that the only thing that I can tell you about Affinity that sometimes you just need to be careful about is the fact that if you worked on a project using Affinity Designer 2020 version, and you're trying to open that same project maybe in a lower version of it, let's say 2019, it will not work. So you have to maybe make sure you are using a higher version of that to work on that, because like I said, there are some elements that they would have added, so they won't want you to miss out on any of that. So that's why you need to keep on updating your Affinity Designer. Okay, so I actually I've downloaded my software. So this is my Affinity Designer here. So I'm just going to click on it. So this is for those who have downloaded the 2023. For those who have downloaded the 2020 from 2023 below, 2023 and below, you're going to be having a different kind of look on your Affinity. So something like this. This is how your Affinity should look like for those who have below 2023. But for those who have 2023 exactly, you should have like yours as it is here. So I'm going to just go straight and open this one. So for those still using below 2023, you can still have a loading page, just like your own loading page will have like an illustration and things going on there. But it's not something you should worry about. It's not something that you should be worried about. So I'm just going to continue. So this is our Affinity Designer. This is how Affinity Designer is. For those who have below 2023, you should be seeing something different. All the same, I think if you can get this 2023, please get it, so that I will not have to start quoting 2023 people, 2022 people. It makes it difficult that way. But you should still have all this. The interface should not be so different, but maybe the layout is different now. So now we have this, right? So me, I actually have an account. You get with Affinity, but I have an account with Affinity, but it's just for basic stuff. Then we have other things there. Now for those who are using below 2023, for you to see something like this, you have to press Ctrl N. You need to see something like this. But for this 2023, it seems they just brought it up to our faces like that. So this is the software. This is what we're going to be using. So I'm going to be explaining all the tools here, what you see here. So it's very important for us to know that every tool that we see here, they mean a lot of things. They mean a lot. And to my own surprise, so some of the tools I don't make use of that much, because there's always something fun about design is that there are always other ways of doing something without making use of a certain tool to do it. So that's just it. So we have all the tools here, and like I said, this class is just to introduce the graphic design class and to show you how to set up your Affinity. Like I said, I'll be dropping the links. I'll be dropping the description below for those who are using below 2023. So if you are using below 2023, I'm going to be dropping the email or the activation key and the email you're supposed to, user ID you're supposed to use. So from that, you should be able to unlock the full potential of your Affinity Designer. And In our next class, I'll be going through the Affinity design user interface and the design tools and what they are meant for. So join me in my next class, and just stay tuned and keep subscribing. Tell your friends to subscribe. If you have people, loved ones who have interest in design and they don't know where to start from, you can tell them to you can tell them to actually watch my channel, and they get to know more about it.
So that's all we have for today, guys. So today we're able to introduce graphic design, introduce the channel. Then we're able to actually look at how to download Affinity Designer. I specify the years you are supposed to, the years of the models or the versions of Affinity Designer you can get between 2020 to 2023. So I downloaded 2023 because I just saw the update today, so I was intrigued. I got it, and because I've used the trial version before, but I was like, oh, since I was able to see a pre-activated version, which is really a very good thing to see, I got it. But I recommend you get 2023 if you can, and if you cannot, get between 2020 to 2023, so it's still okay. Then I also mentioned that I'll be putting the activation link, the activation key for those who are going to be downloading 2020 to 2022. So the link will be in my description below. And also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have loved ones, if you have people who also have interest in the field of design, I feel this is going to be a very big opportunity for them as well. Number one is that you're not actually paying anything. It's absolutely free. It's because this class is going to be online here, and I believe that anyone can just grab this channel and follow up. So in my next class, I'll be going over the Affinity Designer user interface, and what each of those design tools can do. They can do a lot of things. Even me, there are some I don't really make use of, because something about design is that there are a lot of ways to do one particular thing. You don't need to stick to one method. So improvising, basically. So yes, I'll be teaching on that, and from there we'll be moving on, and trust me, we'll make great progress. Don't forget to like again, share, and subscribe. Take care. Have a wonderful time, and see you in the next class. Bye bye.